Koech is currently addressing the media over his grilling. Have a look.
That are in the multinationals. That is probably what came out very strongly.
And we maintain the stand of the other MPs who have already been grilled that whatever the residents were pushing for is still valid claims or valid.
Everyone has a valid point, and I've said it continuously that the urge to de-escalate mechanization is an alive factor because of the face of unemployment in the country. There has been a necessity to have the young people absorbed in the multinationals and allow the mechanization, not the mechanization, the escalation of mechanization, at least in the short term as we try and find a solution. But at the same time, it is not to give the people and the young people who are looking for employment in the multinationals green card to get into the tea estates and cause havoc, get into a lawlessness in the name of trying to kick out the mechanization. It is totally wrong and unacceptable. We will continue condemning it. At the same time, we will continue advancing the idea that we need to allow the people to be most of the labor that is drawn by the multinationals to be labor-based.
There are some of the companies which have changed hands, and some elders are taking issue with that because they say that they should be moved. What is your take on that?
It is wrong. Actually, that group of elders who are part of the team that are now inciting the locals. We need to make sure that any conversation that we'll have with the multinationals is a structured conversation. We, part of the leadership, have had a very good engagement with the multinationals. We will continue engaging with them at that level so that, because we are the representatives of the people, if they allowed us the opportunity, then we will engage better than every other group coming out to say they own part of the multinationals and in the process inciting the young people who look at the multinationals as their rightful farms. In the process, it becomes very difficult to have a structured conversation. We want to ask our elders to allow the leadership to engage with the multinationals to make sure that we can get a better arrangement where the locals can be absorbed in to serve in the multinationals. At the same time, we have a peaceful coexistence and avoid further destruction of machines and property that is owned by the multinationals.
All right. I think other than what the Honorable Nelson Koech has told you, we honored summons which were issued to him on Thursday last week, and the summons were in regards to what they termed, one, the arson, and two, other related offenses. We have recorded the statement as to what he is aware and able to respond to and what he is not able to respond to. We have as much stated that. And as he said, that is actually an active investigation right now. The investigating officers are still going on. But this is one of those investigations I would say we have professionally been engaged. At the very best, or rather at the very least, it is about seeking for information regarding what has been going on. You're all aware that this is not something that happened now. It has previously been out there in the media. The story about the multinationals, the story about the historical injustices, and the story about the legitimate concerns by the people of Kericho and Bomet and the multinationals has been there. We are reaching out to ensure that we have proper investigations done so that we achieve a long-term solution, so that it does not become also a political story where every other end of 5 years it becomes a recurring theme to the political class and to the people living in those two counties and the multinationals. Because on the one hand, they have legitimate concerns. The question that you had asked about the elders and the issues they have raised, I remember alerting you last week when we appeared before the same investigators with the governor of Kericho that we have live petitions before Justice and Legal Affairs Committee of the Senate, which I chair, from, among others, the elders living in Kericho and Bomet and areas where they are claiming legitimate concerns. And that is something that is alive. We are dealing with it at that level. And similarly, when Honorable Koech seeks for time, it is only to facilitate structured engagements so that we also protect the investors as well as the locals who are the residents of the two counties. Otherwise, I must comment the investigating officers on this matter, and also the Honorable Nelson Koech, because it is all about telling a story of what you know and what you don't know. It's not about war. And so the request that we would make is to depoliticize the whole of this story, because the moment we depoliticize it, we will be able to get lasting solutions, both to the locals and to the investors who are in the two counties, and in particular now with this particular investigation, who are based in Kericho and have invested so much in it, as well as our people who also are desirous of enjoying the benefits of that which they call their ancestral land. Otherwise, thank you very much.
What is the current situation in that area at the moment?
All is well.
Right, and those are live pictures from Nakuru County.